guys, it is Friday, January 14th, 2022, and here are the positives of my day. I enjoyed 2 burgers. I always like cooking the burgers. I can do it for the most part independently now. I just love having them with cheese on it. I also watched the kill count of Tremors, and this is the very first kill count by a guest host, he's going to be a guest host for the next few months, 3 or 4, 5 months. His name is Soren, and I just loved his sense of humor. Now guys, I still love James A. Janice, right? He is still a brilliant kill counter, and he will be missed, but I think his shoes are filled pretty good with this new host. I mean, he has some humor that even James doesn't have, so I think we'll be okay for the next 5 or 6 months, and I mean, James even cameoed in it, making a joke about Soren not wearing pants, and about, even when we're out of frame, we still wear them, and I just love that humor they put into that very first episode that wasn't focused on James being the host. Well, I finally have my South Park Season 23 shipped. After the longest time, my other things were shipped and that one wasn't. And it just, in a sense, as I said, I was concerned because they were originally out of stock. So we finally got that handled. And now I am finally on autumn 15th of my second file on Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. I mean, usually I do so much that I can't say much about what I did, because I just mostly did farming and planting, and I'm working towards opening up those gardens where I can plant all seasons long, and I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything here. I also had some Smirnoff Ice, which was the one thing I forgot that I felt today that I wanted to share. I don't drink very often, but when I do get to have a drink, I do tend to enjoy it. It makes me feel really good. Now guys, don't get me wrong, never drink just to make yourself happy. Do it to enjoy yourself once in a while, but don't do it to be the cause of your happiness, right? Find other ways, right, to be happy in a healthy way. But in other words, when I'm saying that, I'm not saying turn to alcohol. It solves your problems. No, not in the least. Well, anyway, guys, I will see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it is Saturday, January 15th, 2022, and here are the positives for my day, which I'm not saying this to be a negative thing, but it's not very much compared to some days and most days, so I might try to maybe share something, just to fill it out maybe, or I'll just make it a quick clip. But I got to winter, I think 6 on my second file of Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town, and I proposed to Lori, or Eeyore. It goes both ways, apparently. Some people call it Lori, some people call it Eeyore, but you guys know what I mean if you're big fans of the series. So now, hopefully we're going to be wed soon, maybe. I enjoyed some Neapolitan ice cream. I just love the strawberry, vanilla, and the chocolate in it. And finally, again, I told you this was short, I got to page 40 on my Goosebump book, Let's Get Invisible. I'm enjoying it so far. It's an interesting concept, having this secret mirror in your attic, and when you turn on the light, you become invisible, and the longer you stay invisible, the more permanent it is. It is a interesting concept, but a scary one. I mean, his grandparents owned this house previously. What is it that they know, or does the parents know anything, because they reacted oddly about them looking and playing with a mirror. Like, I don't know if they just find it weird or if they know something about this mirror. I don't know. Maybe I will find out if not. So yeah, like, is there anything that I can add? Like, yes, I know I watch YouTube most days, but for me now, to add it in this video, I want it to really stand out. That made me feel really good. No matter how stupid it is, if it made me feel extremely good, I do include it, but nothing just stood out to me today. Like playing my game and reading that book were the biggest highlights of my day, because I read some, and the game I just genuinely enjoy. I don't know why, but it's I don't know how to put it. It just gives me some genuine joy. And when I'm playing this game, a lot of the time, my stomach is okay. And with someone who has IBS, when I have several hours pain-free, no matter what it is that I'm doing, unless it's hurting myself or other people, I know there's a limit, then it just brings me joy. So yes, I know I'm talking about this game a lot in the last week or two, but it's something that just gives me positive memories in a way. So guys, that is some advice from me. If something isn't hurting you or other people, and it's making you really give you a lot of joy, do it, right? Even if you're doing hours of this activity, if you're in a good head space and healthful space, just do it, right? And again, I don't mean drinking a ton of, like I said in the other video, that doesn't mean drinking a ton of alcohol. I'm sorry. That will eventually damage you. But if it's something that will not damage you, and I know playing video games in a sense can, when you play way too much, but I'm even as much as I'm playing this game, I'm not playing it to the point where, I'm trying to think of an example. There was an instance where a guy played day and night, barely getting any sleep, barely getting up and moving, and he died because a cat got up there somewhere, and I forget, I can't really say what, I don't know, I can't do it justice telling this story, so there is even a limit to doing that. Heck, you could argue the same thing about reading. If you just didn't spend any time doing anything but reading, you'd be very smart in a way, but you need to get up enough, you need to get proper sleep, you need to eat, go to the bathroom, do that basic life stuff. But if there's no other if you don't need, when you don't sleep and you have to be awake, then either reading or playing a video game can be a really good thing to make you really happy. So if it's part of my happiness, I will share it to a degree. I mean, I will not try to keep killing it, right? I will try to be a little different every time. And there's things that I will stop sharing when I know it gets too repetitive. But this was the one thing, guys, that had me going for a couple of weeks when I was trying to stay awake. You know, for the most part, for the longest time in my life, I've had trouble staying up during the day. I'd rather it slept during the day, and then I'd be up all night. And that isn't healthy. I know that now. And in my head, I sort of knew that before too. But it's just, in the last week or so, this game was one thing that was keeping me awake during the day. So anything that helps with my health mentally, I'm giving a call for. So guys, if it isn't hurting you and it's helping you, do it, right? Do that activity, do that coloring, play that game, read that book, do that art project, whatever it is. Do what makes you genuinely happy. Hey guys, it is Sunday, January 16th, 2022, and here again today we have a very short segment. This is honestly probably going to be the shortest Positive Vibes video yet, if this is how it is going, in a way. So, what happened today? I started a new file on Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. Yes, File 3. Why did I start a new game? Well, I've realized how many mistakes that I had made in the second file, so I decided just to take everything I learned from doing that second file and bringing it over to this file, and to give me more to do. Because technically, starting from scratch, you do a lot to build yourself up, and it always feels really good. As I said, this was something that helped me with staying up. That was a real issue for a long time, so it's keeping me up during the day, and that is just the way that I looked at it, in a way. So, what are my plans for this file? I plan to go after Emilio, and go actually after him, to date and to marry him. I plan to unlock as many of these gardens as I can for the spring, the fall, the summer, and the winter. So much easier than the hydro plant, whatever it's called. There's so many people who said that is not worth it doing that. So I'm working towards saving my points to unlock the gardens in a way. And I think I'm doing okay so far. I'm learning about the proper plants to plant in each season to start off, to get some ingredients and then save to get as much money as I can. I'm trying to get as many makers for ingots, lumber, the seed maker, the important makers as possible, for I can do a lot more. Because for example, each seed maker takes a whole 23 game hours to make a packet of 2 seeds. So I need as many as I can, for I can get like several in a day. Trust me, guys, that's just the way it works. What else happened today? Well, I enjoyed a root beer float. Now, something that I might genuinely enjoy as much as I enjoy ice caps. Now, I am trying to use them to slowly wean myself off the ice caps. Now, doesn't mean I'm never having them again. Trust me, that is far from the truth. But the root beer floats are far less harmful on my IPS than the ice caps are. So I'm trying to make a positive change for me and making this transition as easy as I can. So if I find something that helps me overcome the feeling I have when I need an ice cap, which, we'll just say, I'm not going to get into it. This is a positive vibes video. Maybe someday I'll get on a video of this on its own. Maybe. But then I'm taking it. Now, what else? Like, what do I have planned? I really don't know, honestly. I'm thinking of maybe trying to figure out something to do to make all this time of me playing the Pioneers of Olive Town worth it. Guys, I'll just see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it is Monday, January 17th, 2022, and hallelujah! I actually have a longer section today. Well, remember when I said that perhaps I should do something to make up for the story of Season's Pioneers of Olive Town, me playing it so much? Well, I did an overview/review on it, talking about my favorite moments and some tips that I've learned. Like, I edited it and uploaded. You probably will have seen it if you're watching this video, because it's been out might have been out for a while. I don't know. It just depends on when this video is out. But I also conquered my fear today and walked to Tim Hortons, even though there was ice and everything, to get an ice cap. Now, again, it's not going to come overnight, my ice cap weaning, so I'm taking it as it comes. Some days are worse than others, but hopefully that root beer float will help me a little bit with it. Also, today I found some strips for Better or for Worse vlogs, vlogs number 86, 87, 88, and 89. Yes, guys, I am finally working on hopefully getting more for Better or for Worse vlogs out to you guys. As I said, I've been on a very big low for a while, but again, positive vibes, trying to keep that as light as possible. But I did some actual productive stuff today, doing this whole video for you guys in a single day with the Pioneers of Olive Town, plus finding the strips for the For Better or For Worse vlogs. Hopefully this productiveness will keep at me. But while I was doing all this, I was also playing Pokemon Red. I got through the SS Anne, and I caught a Diglett, which I named Jackson. This hopefully is going to be the final member of my team. I might edit. I'm so used to using that word. I might change out Pikachu for maybe, as I said, Electrode or Magneton. But besides that, my team is pretty much set in stone with what I made. I know, like, you're wondering where the water Pokemon is, and maybe I'll find a temporary Surfer. But I think I'll be happy with the ground type in its placing for now. Like, usually most people use a water type, but I thought I would just make the team that I love and make them work as much as possible. And so far, I'm loving the team I have. Yes, I know Eradicate, but he can be a powerhouse in the early gen compared to a lot of the others. So, I mean, there was one game I beat Sabrina with him. I'm not putting his power down, guys. Just give Eradicate a chance. And I got to spring 19th on my third file of Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town. I'm slowly working on Emilio. I'm learning, like, different things that work with him and not. I think I'm doing quite well with my crops and my animals. Like, I'm going slow on it, enjoying it. Like, I find when I enjoy, like, I take my time and stop and think, I enjoy it a whole lot better. So anyway, guys, there isn't much else that I can add, so I will see you guys in the next clip. Hey guys, it is Tuesday, January 18th, 2022, and here are today's positives. Not as short as a couple of them, but it is still a pretty short day today for the most part. I enjoyed 3 burgers today. There were 3 burgers left, so I just cooked them all up and enjoyed them for supper. As I said, I am a meat eater. I love meat. What do they call it, a carnivore? I mean, I'll eat vegetables there and there, but that's how it is. I also enjoyed a bowl of French Toast Crunch. Now, it's not quite Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but again, I'll eat it. It is a good substitute when there is nothing there that I need, like, to eat that is sweet. I actually watched videos today from, I forget what it was called, what channels. There were 2 different channels, but they were videos of a mortician and a psychiatrist reacting to, like, movies and TV shows, like, scenes of their profession. So, like, a mortician who does, you know what a mortician is. It's very, very dark to talk about. I don't want to talk about it on here. But they were reacting to, like, scenes that have their profession in it, and they, being professionals of what they do, they were explaining, like, how realistic it was, or how it would work. Like, I enjoy sometimes these random videos like that. Finally, I read Pokemon The Dawn of Arcadia, Chapter 4, The Live Bait. Now, it's getting very fascinating. Like, we're on the final, the final saga of the trilogy, and it's really, really warming up to be a great final installment. Without giving away too much information, Ryan, he's fine and nothing like that, but he uses himself as live bait to let the others sneak into Clawjock's, the hideout in a way. Well, not necessarily a hideout, but one of the bases of operation. It's kind of hard to explain. So I'm getting really into it. I really gotta get back on my reviews of this series in general. But I'm just getting myself into I love doing these videos. I love talking about my positive, but sometimes even doing these videos, I need to get myself to do it, right? So, just one day at a time, one step at a time. That is my advice for you guys, especially if you have trouble with procrastination and just feeling down. Just take it each day as it comes. Do what makes you happy in that moment. Well, anyway, guys, I will see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it is Wednesday, January 19th, 2022, and here are the positives for the day. I enjoyed a medium ice cap. Again, I know, not a good start to my cutting back on them, but again, each day at a time. I'm handling it as it comes. Also, my South Park Season 23 has finally come in the mail after me waiting for over a week to even get it. It's amazing having a complete South Park collection. It is literally, again, as I said, my favorite show of all time. I do have other shows I love, like Rugrats. I'm starting to love Golden Girls. Simpsons, I'm getting on it, but it's still, the Golden Girls are just a tad ahead of it. So it's good to own one of the series that I love to completion, minus that extra 5 episodes of season 15, but again, Hakuna Matata, the N64 will just love that reference. I take the blessings along with the negatives, so I got the 15th season free, pretty much, so I'm fine with that. I played some Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. Again, I'm still working on everything, doing the best that I can with the third file. But speaking of that, I actually wrote down stuff that I would need, you know, like information about the materials I would need. I have my own book with it, so I'm really becoming obsessed with this game. I'm writing things down, but you also know how obsessed I was that I actually just made a video all in one day about how much fun I was having. Because, I mean, I hadn't done anything for weeks for YouTube, and I wanted to share something with you guys, so I might as well share my love of the game with you guys. Like, I think it's legitimately becoming one of my favorite games. And I am not kidding ya. Even over some of the Pokemon ones. And I also enjoyed some KFC. There was leftover KFC in the fridge that I didn't know was there. It wasn't that old, guys. Relax. But there was some fries, popcorn chicken, the original chicken. It was my father's favorite food, the KFC was. And sometimes I enjoy the occasional KFC myself. Anything that I don't have to cook that I like is honestly amazing. So anyway, guys, yes, I know this was rather short, but it wasn't as short as some of them, I don't know. So guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it is Thursday, January 20th, 2022, and this is also the ending of this week's Positive Vibes. Now, do I have a big banger to end this on? No, not really. This is probably going to be the shortest segment of this video, actually, when it comes to the positives for my day, and you could argue sad, right? You know what? Positives happen, so that's the way I look at it. If one positive thing happened, there was a good day. I enjoyed a hamburger and a chicken burger that I made myself. I'm using leftover stuff, so going as it comes, but they were both really good, so I'm not complaining. I also spent my day playing Story of Season Pioneers of Olive Town. Yes. So, should I just end this video with some lessons that I learned this week? Some positives, some advice? If I can think of any, yeah. One, if you're having problems with something, just slowly integrate yourself out of something, like with my ice cap addiction. Yes, I know, I'm not meaning to make light of the addiction situation, and I apologize for people who think I am. But just slowly get yourself. Like the root beer float helped me a lot, despite me having ice cap twice, but twice is not bad for a week for me. So having the ice cream float really did help that day. Do what you can that makes you happy, besides sleeping your life away, which again, I apologize, some people genuinely have problems. I had those problems too. And I still might occasionally have that problem, but I'm learning, like if playing a video game most of the day makes me happy, or when I have to be awake, I mean, not during the hours I should be sleeping, do it. Watch that video. Play that game, like I said. Just do the activities that make you happy. I've learn to enjoy maybe the littlest things, like, oh, well, the chicken burger was good today. Like, I'm starting to learn to write down and appreciate all those little things that normally I'd be, it was good. Like, lately, since doing these videos, I've been thinking a lot more how these things affect me, right, and how they can affect others. Sometimes just writing down and doing the simplest thing, like, it is amazing. So as I said, guys, enjoy anything that makes you happy, enjoy it. And also, if you enjoyed this week's video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and like what you see, please subscribe. It helps this channel a lot. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And I'll see you guys in my next video.